Hi guys, Jacob here with Water into Wine. I chose Water into Wine because water is symbolic for information and wine is symbolic for the DNA or the blood. And my intention is to take in new wisdom and knowledge and share it to you as I take in new wisdom and knowledge from the higher dimensions. It changes my own makeup and my own DNA, and that's really the transformation we're going through right now. So, I'm gonna be honest with you though. It's been really hard on me lately. Everything that's going on in the world has really taken its toll on me. I balance a lot. I have little ones. I'm a mother of 5, and I have 3 at home still. So I'm just really busy, and I'm trying to build a garden out here and do my best to get back to nature and self-provision and self-sufficiency, and I've got all the other stuff going on too, bills and things like that need to be paid, and I'm just witnessing the collective sort of wake up. I think the hardest part for me, though, is actually to be the observer of those who are still sleeping. So the hardest part for me is not being able to make their decisions for them, right? Because we want to make decisions for those we care for. We think we know what's best for them. I mean, right? It's this human condition. So yeah, I know a lot of people who are just transforming for the better, and that makes me really, really happy, and that's really what I'm hanging on for. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background, I had my awakening in 2018, and in 2019, I had an experience where I was confronted by some higher energies. I call these energies the Arcturians, and I was really mind blown. I guess is how anyone might put it. And they approached me, the 9D Arcturian Council, that's the 9th Dimensional Arcturian Council, and they wanted me to work with them. Sounds really wacko, right? Sounds like maybe I didn't take my meds, or maybe I need to take meds, but that's actually what it means to be 100% completely connected to the earth, to self, and to source. So, yeah, and now I'm on call, like literally, like we say things like that, right? I'm on call. We don't even realize what we're saying, and I truly am so. The universe reimburses me in whatever way it sees fit, and I am happy and willing to accept what they offer me, and I'm more than happy and willing to share with the collective the things that are shared with me. And so what I mean when I say I'm on call is I channel the energies on a daily basis. However, sometimes the information kind of builds up and builds up and builds up over time, and then I'll get a signal, usually in my sleep. I love that. I'll get a signal in my sleep from my guides, instructing me that it's go time, pretty much. And the way that they do that is that they will just repeat the same things over and over and over again in my sleep the entire night until I get it. And what it means to be on call is the same day. Hey, it's time, it's go time, girl. And so we're gonna keep, ringing in your ear until you get this message out. And this is how the Arcturians, or the higher dimensional beings, which are just of higher frequency, they do have a manifestation in 3D form. I mean, that's how in 3D we understand things, is with our human eyes. So they do manifest in physical form, and they are absolutely beautiful. If you are more interested in what the Arcturians look like, the evidence out there is quite credible by those who have experienced the Arcturians. So I haven't run across really anybody who says that they look different than the rest of them say. I didn't know what I was looking at when I was introduced. But I can tell you this, I was not scared. The Arcturians are extraterrestrial beings, and they are benevolent. They are, oh my God, there's just no way I can put into words the amount of love that comes with that energy. God, that's it. God is all love, and that's all God is. If that makes sense. Just take the word love in its purest form and give it a name, and it's God. And if you could give God a name, just replace God with love, and that's what it is. And so these beings, benevolent as they are, actually communicate to the human race on a private level, a one-on-one level. So remember that. Malevolent beings will always try to communicate to the masses. They're very manipulative, so they need the attention of a large majority. And higher dimensional beings, they don't work that way. So the message that they were really trying to get me to put out there was this: that if you have not yet prepared for an event, prepare. And what I mean by that is an event on a consciousness level. We are literally on the precipice or the threshold of a massive shift in consciousness. I mean, just mind blown. Some people are not going to be ready for it. Some people have been preparing for a long time. My family in particular has been preparing for a long time. I didn't realize that even prior to that I was preparing to this incoming energy. What does that mean? A lot of people are like, dude, like people that have known me forever see this part of me come out and they're like, yo, she's whack, man. Something happened to her. Like, she's screw loose, man. That's okay. I'm cool with it. I know how it sounds, but what does it mean that there's going to be mass shift in consciousness, or that we're approaching this? We are on this beautiful planet called Earth, a living organism, and we are governed by certain elements in our universe, and all of it works together, in our solar system, and our solar system in the universe. It all works together. That is the one. That is the whole. That is the true whole. Is the entire universe, and the universe consists of living energy, and that galactic, loving, conscious energy is the Christ consciousness. It is the galactic Christ mind, and so that is really what Jesus is referring to in the Bible when he talks about the Father. I'm the Father is in me, and our solar system is well, first of all, the universe is expanding. It's ever expanding. That's physics. That's science. That's fact. That's just fact. It's ever expanding, and we are in our solar system. We're like in this vacuum in space, and as the universe is expanding, and we're just being thrust forward into it, we are entering areas of space that we have never been before. And so with that come new energies. And everything, as Nikola Tesla said and taught, in order to understand the universe, you must think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. And with new energies, you have new vibrations, you have new frequency. A lot of people right now are experiencing ringing in the ears. Don't let that alarm you. It's kind of like, we have like neurotransmitters in our brains, right? And our brain is hardwired. Literally, our brain and our DNA is hardwired, okay, to the universe. And the universe is sending out signals and calling out to us. Hence, I'm on call, and here I am working to help better serve the collective. That's what I'm here to do. I don't believe there's any real wrong way to do it, as long as you have love in your heart and you're willing to do the work, and I am. And it's not very often that my guides thrust me forward in this way, but when they do, it's important, and I just go. And so I have a beautiful bug in my hair, but I'm just going to get it out. So with that being said, how can you prepare for something like this? And being that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, you have to take care of your physical vessel. You have to take care of your physical vessel. The number one most important thing is to stay hydrated. Water is information. Water holds memory. It's a fundamental element of life and consciousness, and Jesus taught all about water in the Bible. I do talk about Jesus a lot. I'm not a Christian. Jesus wasn't a Christian either. So I just kind of always fall back on that because that's what I grew up on. I grew up in a very Christian household, and I had a Catholic nanny growing up 14 years of my life, so I'm very versed in the Bible, very, very versed. And since I've woken up, I read the Bible differently now. Let's just say that. So don't let that bother you. I have no problem with all of the other religions. So stick with me. Anyway, how do you prepare yourself? Lots of water, for one. There are some things that you should probably avoid, and I'm only going to tell you from personal experience the things that I avoid, and this is my own experiment, my own understanding, and I'll tell you how I came about that understanding. I don't smoke marijuana anymore. I used to. When you light something on fire and take it into your lungs, it really changes the makeup. So I don't smoke marijuana anymore. It makes me pretty fearful. I don't like that feeling. Although I do use it as a tool occasionally, but I try not to smoke it. If I have it, I will try to maybe take a little hit off of a vape pen or something like that. Or the last time I had any was about a month ago, and I had an edible, but it was very, very, very small amount because I am so sensitive to everything. So it only takes a little to be used as a tool, and that's what I use it as. And so my experiment on this day was to use this tool to discover what my foods were trying to tell me. Because, again, everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. Our spirit vibrates. Our spirit actually is energy and spirit. Replace the word spirit with energy. Replace the word energy with spirit. It's the same thing. So my spirit, your spirit, our spirit, is pure. It comes from love source. You put it in a physical body, and then you're in the 3D realm. You are susceptible to anything you bring into your space. Anything. That includes objects, what we drink, what we wear, what we eat. I mean, we are really a culmination of everything we've eaten in our entire life. So that's how we stay healthy, is by what we choose to take into our body. We are surrounded by a biofield or an aura. We call it in the spiritual community, biofield in the scientific community. And it extends out around us about as far as you can reach. Okay, so we're looking at, around, from here to here, probably about, looking at like 3-ish feet, which is, for me, not coincidental that we have all been told to be 6 feet apart from one another, protecting our own energy. If I put my arm out, someone puts their arm out, give ourselves a little bit of space, you're looking at 6 feet. So we're learning to protect our energy. But you also do that by what you eat, what you choose to eat and what you don't eat. So there's a few things during my experiment that I chose to put out in front of me, things that I've been curious about, things that I have feelings about, because again, I'm extremely sensitive. So I took in this edible, very minute amount. I let it kick in, and I'll tell you what I found. There is a reason that in the Bible, yeast is compared to sin. First of all, sin is not what we've been taught. Although the things that are deemed sinful can very well fall into the proper term of sin, which actually means separation from God. Okay, so the term sin, separation from God. Okay, well, what is God? Well, God is love. Okay, again, replace God with the word love, and the word love is God. That's God. Okay, and God exists in all things. So, what does that make the opposite of God? Satan, or the devil. That is fear. Okay, if you've ever looked up the frequency scale or the Hawkins scale, it shows that down here at the bottom, it almost looks like a cup, like a chalice. Interesting. I call it the cup of Christ, but it is the frequency scale, the Hawkins scale. Down at the bottom, you have fear. Everything here, basically below the heart space, resides in fear. You have fear, you have pride, you have apathy, you have ego. Oh, ego. God, ego is the devil, right? And anything at the heart space or above, you have, joy and, agreement and love and happiness and pure Tao and enlightenment. It's all up here above the heart space. So, what you want to do is take in foods that make you feel at the energy level of love. And yeast is not one of those. Sorry. Man-made yeast. I'm talking about man-made yeast. I'm not talking about the yeast, on the grapes or whatever. Earth yeast. I'm talking about man-made yeast. Are horrible. That's why Jesus ate unleavened bread. That's why Jesus said, I am the bread of life. And so I stay away from yeast. I just feel really awful things when I have yeast. Terrible, dreadful, fearful things. And that is sin. I'm not saying that eating yeast is sin. I'm saying that how it makes you feel is sin. Sin is a feeling. Sin is an emotion. Emotion is just energy in motion. See how I did that? So anything that I take into my body, I'm sensitive enough to realize. And the easiest way to do that is that when you're eating and you're in that food stare, you get it, you're eating, you're chomping on your food, and you're in that food stare, what are you thinking about? Learn to observe your own thoughts. And in that process, what's being revealed to you is what your food is telling you. It's what your food is teaching you. And when I have these products, I'm fearful. Another is sugar. Sugar, just hyperactivity, anxiety, caffeine, same thing. Anxiety, anger. It builds up this loudness in your mind and this agitation, and you become irritated and just not good. Meat, cow makes me, or beef, I'm sorry. I say cow because it's an animal, okay? Cow or beef makes me really lazy, okay? And think about what cows do all day. They're out in the pasture and they're eating grass all day, Chicken, now I'm not talking about like homegrown, I cared for the animal myself and I killed it carefully without instilling fear in it kind of meat. I haven't experimented with that. So I can't account for that. But chicken makes me extremely sad. Just awful. Just so sad. And then pork, bad. Fear, just lots of fear. And if you'll remember in the Bible, there were some demons that saw the Christ consciousness approaching, and they were terrified, and Jesus cast them into the pigs. Demons are energy. Everything's energy. Remember that. You have to think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. So if Jesus cast the energy into pigs, I'll make a lot of sense for you right now. Pigs sweat on the inside. They don't sweat on the outside. Again, everything's energy. If we sweat, it's energy. Sweat is negative energy being purged from the body. Don't wear antiperspirants. You're poisoning yourself with aluminum anyway. Let it out. And by the way, if you eat meat, at least for me, I'm sensitive enough to notice it. When I eat meat, I sweat. When I don't eat meat, I don't sweat. So I don't wear any deodorant or antiperspirant at all. I don't need to, which is kind of nice. I don't have to spend the money on that, and I don't stink. But pork, extremely fearful. Just I hate the feeling. I hate having the smell in my house. I feel the energy from it. It makes me just in a really bad state. I can tell you, however, that my experience with fish, at least freshwater, free fish, not farmed, I feel free. Think about what a fish is. I mean, they're just free, right? They're just free roaming through that water, and they're just swimming. And yeah, even then, I still kind of try to stay away from fish because of the mercury, and I'll sweat even if I have fish. So that's another thing I try to avoid. I'll tell you one thing I had in front of me during the full experiment that just I'm not too surprised by it, but I had matcha tea in front of me. Oh God, I just went right to my heart space. Everything that I was feeling from all the other foods just it just all collapsed inwards and just went right to my heart, and everything left me. All those bad feelings just left me, and I caught myself smiling, and I was just so happy, and it's green too, right? And green is for the heart chakra, right? It's a heart space, which is where we pray, right? When we pray, we put our hands together here. We also call this gasho. I'm a Reiki practitioner, and so this is what I call gasho right here at the heart space. And yeah, that's not coincidental at all. It's just not. Berries, awesome. Especially raspberries are really good for the fight or flight feeling. They neutralize the fight or flight. They also eliminate parasites, which what are negative energies? They're parasites, and they just latch onto us, and then they just steal all the good energy from us. So raspberries are freaking amazing. And water, the thing about water is it is a great conductor of electricity and energy. And for me, it was very neutralizing, very replenishing, refreshing. So again, stay extremely hydrated when it comes to your physical vessel. People that you have in your life, you bring them into your space, you bring them into your zone, it's affecting your energy. So you have to protect your energy, not just your physical vessel, but because everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, and so is your physical vessel, you need to protect your physical vessel. It's so important. There are many of us that have been preparing for that. Preparing our bodies for this shift in consciousness that we just knew was coming because we're highly intuitive empaths, or I don't know, our subconscious. I don't know. And then there are those folks that do not take care of their physical body at all. I'm really worried about those folks, and I'm trying not to let their decisions rob me of anything. And that's really hard because I'm a very compassionate person, and I feel what they feel. I'm just very sensitive. So those who don't take care of their physical vessel are going to have a really, really rough time. Those who have health problems, they're going to have a rough go at it. I think we're already seeing the effects now. It's kind of my personal belief as to what these things are that they are juicing us up with right now. Not me. Not me. I'm not. No. I'm protecting my energy. I don't know what that stuff is. And I'm smart enough to question everything. So, yeah. What can you do if you are watching this right now? By the way, if this is informational for you, I'm here to help, but I can't help any more than like the video, share the video, or subscribe to the video. So please, if you find this informational at all, even if it has you just, even if you think I'm crazy and it just has you kind of questioning, this chick's crazy, just hit subscribe. And then give yourself a chance to watch some of my other videos or to watch this again. You might pick up something new. It's kind of like watching things over and over again, or listening to things over and over again. You kind of pick up things that you didn't before. And I'm really here to help. So what can you do to prepare yourself? All the things that I just mentioned. If it's hard for you to let go of meat, if it's hard for you to drink water, if it's hard for you to let go of alcohol, if it's hard for you to stop eating bread, it's hard on me too. I have to manage myself every day, and that's what it really means to be free, is to learn to rule your own mind. I want that toast in the morning. I want it. But instead, I make myself make my own bread, which literally takes 10 minutes, okay? If you are interested in what that bread is, from beginning to the time you eat it, 10 minutes, I am happy to share that recipe with you. Just message down below, and I will be happy to share that with you. And I have a really hard time letting go of coffee, so I drink decaf. Sometimes I reach for that caffeine in constantly trying to rule myself and rule my own mind and not have a government do that for me, because that's really what government means. It means mind control, and I want control of my own mind. I want control of my own energy, and I want to be able to learn to rule myself and work on myself and making myself peaceful and joyful and happy. And that starts with what you eat. It really does. Peace starts on your plate. And if I can do that, if I can work on myself and you can work on yourself and all the people around us can work on themselves, then the peace that's inside will resonate outwards, and we will live in harmony with nature, with each other, and that's what it's all about. So change your diet if you can. That's hard. Oh God, it's so hard. But the number one thing, drink a lot of water. Stay out of fear. If you're watching the news every day, and just stop. Just stop. Mainstream media, social media can be so toxic. Again, that's you protecting your energy, because what your eyes see is still energy, and if your eyes see it, it's reflecting back at you. So go within in prayer, go within in gasho, and go vertical to the love energy, the God energy within you, the Holy Spirit within you, which Holy Spirit, by the way, means breath of life. So now we wonder what they've really been suppressing all this time with all of these things we've been wearing on our face. The breath of life, the Holy Spirit within us that connects us to Source. So breathe intentionally. Catch yourself in your breath every day. Listen to your food. Drink lots of water. Protect your energy from family members who are toxic, or people in your life that are toxic, or news that's toxic, or anything that's toxic. Start looking up instead of looking down. See what's in the sky. Look at the clouds. Observe the trees. When it's windy outside, my kids say the trees are dancing. I'm doing something right. That's all I can think in those times. Crystals. I have my Petoskey stone hiding here. Petoskey. This is fossilized coral from 350 million years ago, when Michigan had a warm inland sea. It has become fossilized. It's really kind of, look up Petoskey stone. This is a fabulous stone. And it contains lots of water energies, fossilized water energies, so those energies are trapped in there. Again, everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. So have crystals around you. I choose this one because, well, for one, it's in my yard. It's everywhere in Michigan. It's just everywhere. And the reason I love it is the way that it makes me feel. And one of the properties of it is that we have a lot of negative energies in our life that present themselves as good. Okay? Like people on the news, people that you think are your friends. And this stone, this energy in this stone, once it comes into your aura or your energy field, it's like a protection stone, because the energies of it will help you to decipher those energies that are negative, that are presenting themselves in this way, and it will help you to decode that. So I really love to talk about that. Some grounding stones, really, really important. You want to ground yourself, but you want to remain in high vibration. A lot of people, they know how to get high, right? But they don't know how to properly ground themselves. And you have to ground yourself, because that's how we stay here. That is how our physical vessel performs here on Earth. And the Earth is the best grounding tool. That's why I'm here. I'm sitting with you on the Earth. And that is why Jesus taught on the Earth. When he fed 5,000, it says in the Bible that there was a grassy hill there. It mentions that on purpose. It's in the details. Everything's in the details. He told his disciples to tell everyone to sit down before he fed them. How did he feed 5,000? To feed means to teach. He taught 5,000. And when you are properly grounded, when you are really high and you're properly grounded, the reference to not needing much food to feed 5,000 people is that you don't really need much food when you are in perfect balance and harmony with nature. And we are like batteries. Okay, you need positive, negative charge. Earth is our negative, the sun is our positive, and together it's just that we just become this beam of just energy, and we're able to help others, love others, and be there for others who are not yet awake, and those who are waking up. And for me, that's what I do. So crystals really help. I'm wearing Unakite right now. Unakite helps to balance out everything from the root chakra to the heart chakra. This is our biggest problem right down here in these lower three. The root chakra, sacral chakra, the solar plexus. Got to balance those out if you want to live in the heart space. You can't even get to the heart space until you have to work your way up, right? Straight up the line. And what did John the Baptist say? He said, "Make straight the way of the Lord." So balance it out, clear it up. Again, take care of your physical vessel. If you have any questions about anything that I am mentioning right now, please ask me down below. It will just help push me to my next video or my next bit of information. The Arcturians will use it. They'll remind me, and then the next video I do, they'll really be thrusting me forward with lots more wisdom and information to help you. Also, check out my other videos too, because they're meant to help you as well, and there's some valuable information there. And I'm pretty new at this. I'm really kind of just getting started, even though I've been doing this for a couple years. But I'm real, okay? I'm just real. I might not censor cuss words. Sorry. That's just me. I don't have fancy music, and it's just nature, and you'll hear cars go around in the background. Sometimes you can hear my babies crying inside. My other half is trying to take care of them. I'm just real, and that's all I can be, because that's all I am. So, yeah, I hope this helped you. I really do. like me on a day-to-day basis, just trying to hold up your own energy and your own vibration, your own frequency, witnessing everything that's going on around you, and just the people that are being affected by everything that's going on. It is so hard. Just try to remain in a love vibration. Take care of your physical vessel. Drink lots of water. Try not to be worried, because worry and anxiety is just trying to escape the present moment, and that's residing in a low state of fear. And it is frustrating to see others around you sleeping, but guess what? People are not ready to wake up, and they need their rest. Okay, they need to sleep, so let them sleep. And we will be here for them when they're ready. And I guess that's it. I hope this helped you. And again, please, if you liked it, please like it. And if you think the information that I have is valuable, or if you love it, please subscribe to it and pass it on. Okay? And I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourself and get ready for that big shift. Okay? Namaste.